Hello again. We survived.
We barely survived. Today is a special day. It's not just a golf review. It's the 9th annual Grudge Match.
Or the 9th annual time we get our butts handed to us.
The 9th annual humiliating, emasculating, thumping that we take from Laura and John on the golf course.
Once again.
They're younger and stronger and not as beat down by life.
No arthritis, no pain.
No back surgeries.
No shoulder surgeries.
I mean, come on.
Knee replacements.
They should be giving us like 10 aside.
Yeah.
So anyway, it actually is usually very close in this Grudge Match. They gave us a stroke aside this year, which is actually the lowest we've had over the past several years. I think they typically give us 2 aside.
Yeah.
And it's usually been pretty competitive that way. Part of the problem is that John hits it a flippin' mile, and Laura gets to play from the ladies' tees, and she always hits it nice and straight and long. So the extra strokes for us just kind of helps us out because God knows where the balls are going to go when we tee off.
That's exactly right.
They could go almost anywhere. So we reduced the stroke count this year. We had 1 aside, and it still seemed pretty fair. They won the match today 1 up. So
after the monsoon.
After the monsoon. And I think the monsoon hurt us. So just for the record, we are near Arcanum today at Beechwood Golf Course. And we've all played at Beechwood, but it's far, far away, donkey. So we don't play here very often.
Right.
Laura played golf in high school, for those who didn't know, and the GWOC had their preseason and postseason tournaments here at Beechwood every year. And she always played well here, and she enjoyed this golf course, and it was their year to pick where we played. So this was probably the most strategic selection in the Grudge Match, because she owns this golf course. And she played pretty well today. John played pretty well today. We really struggled, especially early. Yeah. And just as we started to figure it out, because I don't know, maybe it's old age, it takes us a while to get going.
Takes me a while to get warmed up, man.
And of course we did the go from the car to the first tee. You know, we didn't hit any balls or anything, which is probably stupid.
That's traditional, though.
They owned us early, and then when we finally started to figure it out, we evened up the match. The 20% chance of rain turned into 100% chance of rain, and it poured. Yeah. And it poured for a pretty long time. We
had to find a shelter.
We found a gazebo to hide in for a little while, but we were soaked. My left side is soaking wet. My right side's totally dry, so it was weird. And then being old and frail, coming back out after the rain finally stopped, we were all rusty again and stiff. So what are you going to do? We held our own for the most part. They only beat us by a stroke. It was always fun.
It's always a good time against those kids, yeah.
So maybe next year we'll get them. Javon and I figure that if we bide our time here, we're going to even this up now. So what's the overall record in the Grudge Match now? We are 2-5-2. Is that right?
Sounds right.
That's
5,
9.
6, 7,
so I think
8,
that's
9.
right.
Yeah, that's right. That is exactly right.
So they're 5-2-2. So here's the thing though, right? Laura and John are young, and they both got great new jobs, and they're adulting full time. They have a mortgage and a dog.
It's going to balance out.
Adulting's going to wear them out, and Javon and I, we're just going to keep riding the tide, and eventually, we're going to get them.
Yeah, it's coming.
So we'll pick strategically next year. We'll find a course where they can't play well, and maybe we'll have a fighting chance.
Now let's talk about this course, though.
Beechwood, like Turtle Creek that we played a couple weeks ago, is far away from Springboro, Ohio. Obviously, we can't dock the golf course any points for that because, whatever. It's a fun little golf course.
And I thought it was in good shape. I had heard a rumor that at one time this place might have been up for sale or something like that. So we were concerned heading this way that the course wouldn't be in good shape. Surprisingly, it was reasonably good shape.
Yeah, I was very impressed. There were a couple of tee boxes that had some problems, but the greens were really nice. Everything seemed fairly well maintained. And this is one of the type of courses we've played quite a few times, kind of that municipal course where there's not a huge difference between the fairways and like the first cut of rough. But,
yeah.
I mean, it's well maintained. They clearly take care of the place. The greens were in good shape. Flowers are blooming. It was a nice day.
Other than the rain.
We talked about bratwurst for about 2 hours when we got here, and we built it up to the point where the fact that they didn't have bratwurst was heartbreaking.
It's a big ding.
It was a big ding.
You know, I'm the bratwurst king, so
You are the bratwurst king of Ohio.
Take some points away from him for that.
But they did have cheeseburgers and hot dogs and all the kinds of other snacks in the shop there. They have an Ohio State little garden ornament, which is really
beautiful. It's
off-putting.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
It might be the ugliest garden
It
ornament
matches
I've ever
my hat
seen.
and my nice pullover that I bought in the clubhouse.
So,
Nice. I was going to get Paul one, but I didn't think he'd wear an Ohio State, so he just decided to get wet.
no, I'd rather be soaking wet and have pneumonia. But overall, the golf course is a pretty fun course. I hope they don't close it because, like Turtle Creek, it's a little far for us to come and play on a regular basis. But you know, if we're ever north of town, it's a fun little golf course.
A lot of fun.
There are some tight holes, some nice tree-lined holes, so it's not as wide open as a course like Community.
It's less dangerous than Community also.
Well, every golf course is. We also noticed that there aren't any houses on the golf course, which is always a positive for us
Yeah.
when they don't have homes like lined up everywhere. So that's cool. Overall, I think that it's probably in that 6.5 range.
I'd go 6.5.
6.5, even with no brats.
Yeah, I still give them a 6.5. They didn't have any brats right now.
So maybe some other time
Some
they could
other
have
time
brats.
they could have brats. So,
All right.
and the Polish sausage I had,
was pretty good.
it was a good Polish sausage. It
It
wasn't a
wasn't
brat, but you know, I put some mustard on it and I survived.
Well, there you go. Yeah. All right. Well, happy Labor Day weekend, all. Hopefully, none of you were laboring. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, time off. Do something fun before you have to go back to work next week.
Oh, shameless plug, Brass Tracks Band playing tonight at Miami Valley Gaming, 10 p.m. Come on out.
It's too late for me. Things that start at 10 p.m. in my advanced age. It's getting up there. I don't know. We might swing by. We'll see. But have a great weekend, and we're going to try to get a few more of these in before summer is over and winter comes back.
Yeah, for sure. We need to get at least 2 more in, I'd say.
I think we're going to have to go down to the corner of Ohio and play at Shawnee Lookout, since our buddy Joel told us that they are going to be closing that course, and we don't have a pin on the map for that golf course yet, so we're going to have to knock that one off.
Let's do it.
So maybe next weekend we'll go down to Cincinnati and play Shawnee. So
Sounds like a plan.
stay tuned. Thanks for watching.
Till next time.